Today I want to talk about a project we are building. It's called Markets. It will be a whole ecosystem in the world of DeFi, which will allow users to interact with the products of the ecosystem without going through any registration of KYC and other unnecessary bureaucratic procedures. This represents the promising DeFi sector. Because anyone from any country can use it just by connecting their wallet. And this is a very important point in view of the unstable political situation in the world. Sanctions restrict regulation by governments of different countries. The crypto market was conceived, I think, on the contrary, as a kind of freedom from any restrictions. Let's move on to listing the products that will be in our ecosystem. 1. This is a Swaka aggregator that includes various other DEX for purchasing exchange tokens. 2. There will be liquidity with which you can earn commissions by providing your liquidity. Staking allows you to generate income from the assets you possess. The ecosystem will have 43 varieties of launchpads, and I'll elaborate on each product later. 5. But this will be a lending protocol. This place looks where you can also earn interest on your assets or borrow other assets, leaving as collateral. Layers. 6. There will be structured products that are analogous to trust management, like in a bank or hedge fund, where you can kind of put your money and get interest and not think about anything. Futures margin trading will be offered, functioning as an exchange without spot assets, allowing you to manage mixed assets. Acquire in the slab section. Platform 8 will additionally provide bridges facilitating asset transfers across varying networks. Following that, purchase cryptocurrency using traditional fiat currencies. Will you be able to buy from us directly on the platform? Cryptocurrency without any PI, stupid exchanges and other difficulties. For now, as it were. This will be an opportunity for all nations except the Russian Federation should focus on this. Maybe by the time the platform goes live, we'll devise a strategy for that. Is it feasible to utilize RF cards as well? Pay an exchange for crypto? However, these are products of our project. I believe it's quite good. Now, let's proceed to discuss its necessity and the issues it addresses. First point. As you are well aware, there exist numerous networks, each employing a variety of protocols, many of which have a maximum of 34 products from our list, that is, which we will have on the platform. And then they may not work in all the represented networks that we will have. We will have more than 15 networks on the platform. That is, we will have a multi-network platform. The user now has to navigate through several protocols for diverse tasks, which can be inconvenient, and you might even forget about assets placed in any given protocol. By integrating with our ecosystem, the majority of tasks can be addressed within a single platform. 2. If you don't want to, let's say, register for sex, go through Kiev AY for some reason, for example, think that they are unsafe, may, let's say, go bankrupt as an FX, or they will start having problems with regulators or impose sanctions against some country, and your account will be blocked, like it was on Benas. or the exchange will be hacked and some assets will be stolen, and you will not be able to withdraw them from the exchange for several months. This was a recent case in Bingixi. In general, sex is also a problem. And don't forget that you are trading for sex, let's say, on the spot market. Real assets, and these are just lines from the database. If everyone goes to withdraw assets from CX exchanges, well, let's say something happens to one of them and people run in panic to withdraw assets from all exchanges, then they will not be in the required volume. So that the exchanges there don't talk about collateral, they don't have such volume, liquidity. Which specific one resides in the database? At the same time, we always trade only real assets that you or other people have at the address, even if something happens to the protocol. Well, except for hacking, of course. You can always take your assets from the protocol. Let's consider another option. Let's say you are a newbie in the crypto industry and have heard enough of all sorts of bloggers that it is soon the season and you need to buy assets. However, they're typically not forthcoming about when the overall process will commence, often implying a waiting period of a year or even 2. In such cases, does it really make sense? Maximize the benefits of our ecosystem, incorporating them throughout this entire period. It's quite feasible to generate income from your assets using various instruments, potentially increasing your portfolio by as much as 10% over the year. It depends significantly on the specific tools you utilize. And in 2 years, this will already be there from 20 to 80%, which is very good. Then they will simply have your assets lying there in your wallet or there, let's say on Checksberg. Let's look at the example that you listened to bloggers and they told you that. Are you able to obtain your complete portfolio? During the vol season, you have the opportunity to get 10 times the amount. And you invested $1,000 in this, while simply putting assets in your wallet, or is the stock market in season? And you are lucky. And you, let's say, made yours here and made money there. Well, $10,000 with 1,000. What would happen if you were? This year, the assets were not buried in the wallet, but used there in our ecosystem and received an average annual return of about 30%. Following the season, your $10,000 could potentially become $13,000. Accordingly, you would have received 30.0% more. Agree that they are practically free. Money. If the season were delayed for 2 entire years, there would be a potential to earn considerably more. Here's an additional use case scenario. Is there a platform available at your disposal? A large portfolio of assets that you are not going to sell for several years. Can you place them with us? For profit, the buyer adds even more assets to the portfolio. And in a few years, if subject to reinvestment, then this will already be a fairly large percentage. Arrived. Let's think about an alternative option. You don't quite get it. You may not want scripts, but you do have a significant amount of money. And you do not want to receive a small interest on a deposit in the bank, then we can also receive a yield several times more than in the bank. And in dollars, I looked again at the option. You are incredibly smart. Do you have access to low interest loans from the bank? You take out a loan in dollars, let's say at 7%. You place BAL coins in liquidity pools. Or consider staking with a yield of around 12%. from 12 to 20% per annum. In total, if you have a bank loan at 7% and you earn between 12 to 20% from placements, you'll end up with a profit margin of 5 to 13%. Basically, that equates to easy, virtually free money. Another option. Employ. You sit and wait, imagining that your season is already predetermined. The market dips again, or a new token comes out that you find appealing and wish to buy. But you don't have the money anymore. Well, again, that's not a problem. You can come to us for landing protocol. Pledge your assets, take them. Choose a risk percentage, take them under. With Loanwell, not only can you borrow stable coins, but you can also procure the assets you desire. Broadly speaking, we usually achieve success. On our platform, any user will easily discover the product they need through the following video. I'll be examining each product in detail, discussing its functionality, and distinguishing it from others currently available in the market. It will be interesting and you will understand what's the point in our comprehensive ecosystem platform. At present, there are no comparable projects available in the market. Please stay tuned for the next part of the video. I will tell the devil everything in detail. Bye, everyone.